Welcome to the Daily Awesome Podcast. Steve Mayeda here, hiking out in San Antonio with my dogs in this filthy, filthy water. It's Christmas Day. Had an amazing, amazing Christmas with my family. It's still going. Amazing Christmas Eve, and can't be more thankful or grateful for what I got. But what this is about a post from my buddy Bruce Seck, amazing guy. You may know of him if you're in the jiu-jitsu community. He runs an awesome, awesome tournament. I hope he brings it back to Jiu-Jitsu Kumite. And his daughter is the famous Cora Seck, who kicks ass. It's so much, including jiu-jitsu. But he posted about gratitude in a way that I think is important that men hear about. Because we don't hear about this enough. And a lot of men bypass this idea of gratitude or misinterpret it in so many ways. And it's always good to hear a story from a man who's gone through the life choices. Not just the flashy, bright, shiny moments of it, but made the tough decisions and lived that, and the wisdom that comes out of that. In any case, gentlemen, this is the Daily Awesome Podcast. I'm Steve Mayeda. I'm your host. We talk about men's development here. We also have the TSL Podcast on our sister channel. In fact, on our sister channel, there's 130 other Daily Awesome Podcasts, let alone a total of 800 podcasts on there. But this is a new channel, so subscribe to it. And there's a free stuff link down below where you can get tons and tons of awesome free stuff on men's development, perspective, dating, just you name it, fitness, on what you can do to be a better man. Because the journey to be a man of excellence, to be a great man, is a lifetime. But it's shaped by what we do and the choices we make today. So let's get into this podcast, guys. And this is something that we do not talk about enough. We hear gratitude, we hear it as a spiritual hack or whatever, and it is. It's great, man. I've made plenty of podcasts about it, but what Bruce was talking about today is he has a 350,000-mile car. And he spent all of Christmas Eve and a couple days before that trying to fix it and trying to make it work and getting it to work. And finally he makes it work, and he says, man, there's so much pride in this. I could have bought a new car. I could have traded it in and had the new car sent and all this sort of stuff, but I didn't. I believed in it because way back when I bought this car, when I bought it for my family, I wanted to build a life with this car, and it has sentimental meaning to me, and it has value, and we don't hear people who have that all the time. We hear people talk about trading things in and getting things new, and not the beauty of being able to make something work for you even when hardships come into play. And he transitioned this all into family, all into his business, how he makes life work. And the crazy thing is we don't hear that story. And Bruce, I got a 400,000-mile Toyota Tacoma, and it kicks fucking ass. So I'm right there with you on this, and I got some high mileage vehicles. I got more than just that, but that are pretty up there. And the thing about this is that everything great in your life, all the things great, like your relationships with your kids, your vision, your business, your career, your expression of self, your friendships, don't come from you turning them in and getting new ones. But they come from how you shape what you have. See, gratitude is not about getting what you want and being grateful for it. It's never been that. That's a part of ambition, and that's a part of ambition that is usually distorted by insecurities of how we're going to improve ourselves because we can't look at what's making us unhappy today. But gratitude comes from wanting the things you have. See, there's a saying in recovery that says it's not about getting what you want, it's about wanting what you have. Wanting what you have right now. Wanting what you have, no matter how good or bad or whatever it is, man, we've got to stop chasing. Because that chase, that desperation, that need for something, or even if it's a healthy thing, like I want a great business, I want to make more money for my family. That's true. I want it. I want that. Man, I want to have nicer things. I want to be able to buy property. I want to be able to create more wealth. I want all these things in my life. These are great things. But if I do that without seeing the foundation of what I have, a beautiful family that can exist poor, that can exist without things, that can hit walls, where I can learn the traits to hold on to what I truly believe in and what I have, what I can be strong enough to build my foundation on, even when stuff doesn't work, even when bridges get burned, when tragedies happen, when the unforeseen takes place, where things happen within our family, where conflict arises, where I can hold on to that, man, how I can build off of that, that's what makes the man. That's what makes me great. That's what makes things so beautiful in my life that give meaning to that wealth. Or throw a log to TT on my videos, because she loves that man. So, those things in my life that are precious are not just the things that we show off. And we live in that world, man. It's terrible. The things in my life that are precious, and the story that we need to hear from men, but men and women, the story we need to hear is not how much you get, how much you can get, not what you have that society defines as great, but what you have that was built off of doubt, what you have that was built off of pain, what you have that was built off of the cultivation of the richness of you, your ambition, your vision, who you are, the things that can never be defined or taken away by society, by culture, that you've held on to, that you've created, that you've fed, that you've built. Even when it wasn't cool. Even when you lost everything. And man, that's the beautiful story. You know, I get it. We live in a world where looking at the brightest and shiniest thing is what defines us. It's what gets us likes. It's what gets us adoration. It may be what gets us a job, and it may be what gets us a friendship or a girl or somebody to have sex with us or whatever it is. Man, and that's what society says. But let me tell you, the real story of man, the real story of greatness, comes from how a man shapes himself with or without those things. And don't get me wrong, we all want to be at the top of the mountain. Don't get me wrong, we all want to have the things that attract us so much, that speak to us so much in so many ways. Those aren't bad. But if we have them without that foundation and richness of us, man, we are the biggest losers of all. And there's nothing worse than being that king baby, that emperor with no clothes, where the joke's on us and we don't see it until we're 40, 50 years old, alone in a corner, maybe 30, whatever it is, when we're left with nothing but us. And us is zero. So guys, let's step up the dialogue of what has meaning. Let's get there, man. There's nothing wrong with being at the top of the mountain. There's nothing wrong with serving yourself. But if you do it without shaping who you are, man, you have failed. Guys, Daily Awesome Podcast is brought to you by our groups. Like I said, Xmas Eve, we had an amazing call, or maybe I said it on this podcast, maybe I didn't, but it was awesome. It went 10, 11 hours, and we had just guys all around the world talking. The way you can get involved in that is Men's Development Excellence. That's our entry-level group if you want to step it up. There's TSL Online and TSL Life, where we focus on men's development on an extremely rich way. This isn't about status. This isn't about getting $1 million. There's plenty of guys that have done that on our courses, but this is about getting to the core of you. That's what I care about. I don't care about you being a janitor, a single dad, a guy who is an investment banker, whatever. Find the best, rich part of you and express that to the world. That's what we do here at TSL and at MD Excellence. If you want to be a part of it, check out the free stuff link where we've got tons of free stuff. But more importantly, guys, our YouTube channel. This one's a new channel. Subscribe to it. We also have our sister channel, or our father channel, I'll say that, because it was the first. It has over 800 videos, and 130 of those are Daily Awesome videos. And man, check that out. There's tons and tons of stuff there. Subscribe, click the suggested videos, all that sort of good stuff. I'm going to shut up now and get back with my family. Love you guys. Amazing, amazing day. Celebrate with the people that you love or what you got. Man, it ain't about getting what you want. It's about wanting what you have. I'll talk to you soon. Steve Mayeda signing out. Later.